Hello, my name is Stephanie Smith, and I'm going to be talking to you today about the professional dispositions of educators. As a successful teacher, you must possess a multitude of dispositions. Some may come more naturally to you, while others you have to grow and develop over time. For me, there are some dispositions that I know I have a pretty good grasp on, specifically compassion, advocacy, dedication, and honesty. Compassion means that the educator should be able to maintain a warmth and genuine caring relationship with others while providing support to them, whether that be intellectual, emotional, or spiritual. Examples of compassion are being generally interested in your students or taking time to talk with your students beyond the needs of the classroom. I feel like I already have this ingrained in me. I think compassion is so crucial in the education field. Sometimes the teacher is the only person who is compassionate to a student. And I feel a child can't feel comfortable in a classroom to learn and explore without knowing that their teacher genuinely cares for them. And I feel like advocacy kind of plays into compassion as well. Advocacy means that as an educator, you should promote positive change in schools and their communities that benefit the welfare of others. Examples of advocacy are trying to understand the issues and challenges that are facing your students and assisting students in finding solutions to their problems. To be an advocate means that you are willing to go the extra mile to help your students. You'd have to have a level of compassion to be willing to do that for your students. I do feel that I possess the ability to advocate for my students. Every student deserves someone willing to fight for them and willing to help them learn how to fight for themselves as well. Dedication means that the educator should be committed to the profession of teaching and learning. They should be professionally active, lifelong learners, and seek opportunities for professional development. Examples of dedication are consistently being at school, having active classroom participation, and engaging in personal professional development. Dedication is such an important aspect of being an educator. If you're not dedicated in this field, then you're not going to succeed. Educators have to be willing to attend professional development regularly, willing to take their work home at night and the weekends, willing to work while not being on the clock. And I do feel that I'm dedicated to this career and what it will mean for my future. I've wanted to be an educator since I was 7. Life has gotten in the way more than once, but I'm dedicated to seeing it through. Honesty means that educators should model integrity by their words and actions. They should be forthright with others and uphold high standards of trust, character, and integrity. Examples of honesty are saying what you mean and meaning what you say, always speaking truthfully to your students, and being transparent in your decision-making process. Honesty feels like such an obvious thing as an educator. Being honest in your work is important to help your students trust you. If you're not honest, your students won't trust you. Acting ethical is essential for educators, and that includes being honest in your professional work. Of course, you can't just walk into a classroom in your first year and do everything perfect. I feel that educators should always be willing to grow and develop beyond their degree. For me, I know I need to work on one field specifically, reflection. Reflective practice is really the heart of being a teacher, and it's something I'm not great at. Some examples of reflection are seeking feedback to measure the effectiveness of processes and making time for the reflective process daily. Recently at a training, I was asked what my best and worst qualities in a high adrenaline moment were. Funny enough, one of my best qualities is that I'm a quick thinker, but one of my worst qualities is that I'm an overthinker. I have a habit of acting quickly and not so much reflecting on my choices, but more like overanalyzing and tearing myself apart. I have a hard time asking for feedback because I just assume I've done it wrong, and I don't want to draw attention to it from a supervisor. This is clearly something I need to work on, and I will be working on it before I step into my own classroom. I do think that some of the most important qualities that a professional educator should display are compassion, fairness, honesty, and being knowledgeable. These qualities, I feel like, are the cornerstones of what an educator needs. While it's not all that an educator needs, I do feel as if with this foundation, a person can grow into a successful educator. Thank you.